And joining me on the line at the moment to talk Murray Towns cricket, we welcome him back. Big Brucey, how are you, mate?
G'day there, Jason. Oh, what a big week of Murray Towns cricket. Look, you couldn't get to Bill Laurie saying any better than it's all happening because, Saturday it just happened everywhere in Murray Towns cricket. Not just the match we live streamed, but all around the grounds. There was something happening that was just special in the competition.
It was a fascinating day's cricket, that's for sure. You and I were at the showgrounds in Murray Bridge checking out Wanderers taking on Monato, and it was an upset win for Wanderers, who, after drinks with the bat, dominated.
Oh, they certainly did. They took the Monato bowlers to the cleaners, and they just smashed them to all parts of the showgrounds. And look, most batsmen got starts. The one that done the damage in the end, he was run out, was Ryan Morris, who was named the Carstairs Concrete Services Player of the Match, and he dominated with 58 runs in fine style. And it was just incredible after drinks, as you said. I think they scored at something like around about 9, 10 and over, and it was just all class. And look, we might go through a couple of other scores there. Craig Fidge opened the batting with 45, and Benny Gilgan at number 3, he hit 41. And look, just what won it for them was partnerships, and it was just a great cricket by the Woohoos. That's their nickname, the Woohoos for Wanderers. And it was a great performance. 7 for 231 from their 50. And look, the bowling, well, it didn't look good on the paper at the end of the day. Jared Colwell 1 for 42. Harry Miles 1 for 51 from 9. Ty Pfeiffer bowled some good spin bowling, 1 for 32 from 9. And look, probably the pick of the bowlers was young Michael Parker with 1 for 17 from 6. But the one that took the bowling honours was Jacob Brandt. The final bowler used, believe it or not, to try and get these Wanderers out, and he bowled 3 overs, 2 for 18. So that was a pretty good performance by Wanderers. It set them up with a match-leading win. Monato never really got going. They lost a couple of early wickets in a big slump to be 5 for 62. They really did well to dig themselves out of a hole from the tail end. Top score in the middle order was 25. No, he didn't get top score. It was the opening batsman, Daniel Matthews, who ran him. I think he was unluckily ran out for 28, 25 to Harley Hansen. Bowled out for 150. No, they weren't bowled out. 9 for 155 from their 50. Pretty good performance considering they were in trouble at 6 for 60 odd. Best of the bowlers, it was 3 for 22 from Brown and 2 wickets apiece to Williams and Rigby. But I think give Kane Rigby a bit of a mention there too. Great bowling by him, the spinner. That was pretty good figures. 10 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 27. Not bad bowling for a spinner. And he did have 4 no balls in that. That's probably a cardinal sin as a spinner, but just bowled him a bit wide off the pitch.
Off the pitch, yeah.
Yep. Good performance and an upset win, as you said.
Yes, indeed. And in fact, I got a little bit of audio from Bruce here speaking with the man of the match, Morris, who Brucey caught up with afterwards and gave him a little bit of hard-earned cash as the winner of the man of the match award.
And Murray Towns round 6 Carstairs Concrete Services player of the match was Ryan Morris with a magnificent 58. Well batted, mate.
Yeah, no, thank you. Top order. The opener's done most of the hard work, so made it easier for me. So
came in at the middle order, really held it together, and slapped the ball around 58. You guys really got to giddy up at the end there with about 60 off the last 10.
Yeah, no, it was good. Good after drinks. I think we got about 130 after drinks.
Yep.
So
he's a man of few words, Brucey. It's probably the best way of putting it. Heavily edited would be the best way to describe that interview.
Well, he just held them together, wouldn't he? You just about call him the glue man because he really did dominate that middle order and set the win up. And that is an upset win. Look, Monato did have a couple of players out, but likewise, Wanderers had a couple of players out. So that was a very good win for Wanderers at the showgrounds on their home ground.
No doubt. Let's move to other A-grade matches. Manham took on Jervois, and we were expecting a Manham win here. They're in the top 2 for a reason, beating the top side last week, and they batted first and well. twin hundreds set up a very, very big first innings total.
Look, two lads here, Zach Muirhead and Nick Linder. Look, they are just beautiful lads. You wouldn't get to look more placid, down-to-earth lads, and they really are the backbone of this Manham Cricket Club. And as you said, Muirhead opening the batting, carried his bat, not out 131. Linder batting at 4, not out on 106. They came together when the score was 2 wickets falling on the same total at 75. So 1 for 75, 2 for 75. And they put on a 215-run partnership in fine style. Off the 50 overs, 2 for 290, and that was never going to be chased down by Jervois. The bowling for Jervois, well, wickets on a day where wickets were very hard to come by. It was Quinn who had done the damage for his side. He bowled 10 overs. Ryan Quinn, that is. We better mention a first name there. And he bowled 10 overs and had good figures of 3 maidens, 2 for 25, which is a pretty good effort considering there was a lot of runs scored. One of the bowling figures was that none for 69 from 8. So we won't mention names on those ones, but and 79, one of the opening bowlers, 79 runs off 10 overs. So it was, and he is a respected bowler in the Jervois lineup. So it was just a cracking day for Manham. Jervois in reply, as we said, they weren't going to win the match, but they didn't do any bad favours for themselves. A good performance in the end. At the top, Daniel Gilmore, he's just class. He made 47, but once he was gone, they fell away. 19 extras, 134 in their 39. But it was a performance by Josh Boylan. This is pretty good figures in anyone's game. 7 overs, 1 maiden, 5 for 24. So a fifer for Boylan, and he really does sharpen up that Manham Roos attack. 2 wickets to Kieran Hancock, the young lad coming up from the A2s, doing a good job. 2 for 26 from 10, and a big win for Manham over Jervois.
Indeed, Bruce. We moved to the last game, and at periods here we were getting the scores through. Maipolonga taking on Salem Bend, and we thought we were in for an upset, but it wasn't to be. Maipolonga too good.
Yeah, look, you have a good side, don't you, when you can get yourself out of a real big hole. They were 6 for 60, and it looked like there was going to be an upset in Murraytown's cricket. Well, there was. We had that one, but it was this game that really did have the heads turning. 8 for 154. They pulled themselves out of a big hole, did the Tigers, and that was due to the tail end wagging with young Walton on 26. Lockie Gotch not out 14. There was 36 extras made up of 25 wides. So a lot of extras. Jared Marston at the top. He top scored with 50. And Maipo stretched it out to 8 for 154 after looking in massive trouble. For Taylor Bend, the best of the bowlers was Jared Chain, who I'm led to believe might have got a hat-trick there, didn't he? 4 for 21. Or maybe he didn't. He just had the 4 wickets.
I think it was Prosser last week who got the hat-trick.
Oh, yeah. Prosser last week. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I did hear something that Jared Chain might have got a hat-trick, but I haven't followed that up.
Yep.
But 4 for 21, good bowling in anyone's right off of 10 overs. Taylor Bend in pursuit of that. Well, very disappointing. Bowled out for 53. And look, you can see when that side hasn't got fullbacks, they really do fall over pretty quick. Top score was James McNally with 18, and very disappointing all out in 27 overs to give Maipo a massive win and massive percentage in round 6 of Murraytown's cricket.
Yes, indeed. Best with the ball there too, and we've got to make mention of this man, Aaron Zrim. In Murraytown's cricket this week, we've got 3 matches that have made our feats of the week, and Zrim's 5 for 8 from 6 overs is one of them. Check out that article on flownews24.com.au. He starred with the ball, and he's been good all season for the top of the ladder Maipo, so well done to him.
Well, it's just he's just the backbone of Maipolonga Cricket Club. 6 overs, 3 maidens, 5 for 8. That's going to take some beating. Look, he's just class, this bloke. He's not as quick as he used to be. He used to be really quick. Look, he's been downtown and had a go, and now he's just back serving his home local club. and he's serving him with dignity. He is just a star, Aaron's Rim, and really is the engine in the Mypolonga Tigers bowling lineup. Doesn't open the bowling these days, comes in at first change, but look, you still could give him the new ball, but he wants to try and give it to the younger ones and build them up, and that's what he's all about. It's not about him, it's about the club, and he's just there to help them and guide them. But look, 5 for 8, a real star, and he certainly is well worthy of being in that Flow FM top 10 of the weekend.
No doubt. Let's move to A2 cricket and just have a quick look at a couple of these matches. Ramblers, they took on Meningi, and batting first, Ramblers just did not make enough, Bruce.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty good line there, Jason. That comes with any game, I think. If you don't make enough, you don't win too much, do you? And look, it was Meningi. They are going to be one of the dominant teams in this competition of the A2s. And look, let's have a look at the card. Meningi, Ramblers actually won the toss and batted, and they made it was respectable, Jason, 123 from their 40. But Meningi, pretty all class. 52 was the top score there by Abenaki. And in the bowling department, it was 2 wickets shared apiece to Bradley McNichol. That's Zach McNichol, I think, and Paul McNichol. And then Meningi come out, had no trouble in reaching that target in the 28th over, 2 for 124 to take the points. And it was the former Nan player, Chris Tarnby, top scoring with 50. Pretty good effort there from Tarns. And 34 there to Tim Orr. So a good win there to Meningi in that match there, Jason.
Indeed. Let's have a look at my favourite country cricket club across South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales. These are my boys, Paponda. They had a terrible game last week. They took on Murray Bridge Imperials this week, though. Imperials won the toss and batted and made a very respectable total that unfortunately my Paponda boys couldn't get hold of.
Oh, look, we'll go through what is an astounding figure in this match, an astounding statistic. That would have probably topped the weekend's cricket in South Australia, this figure. We'll go through it. As you said, 8 for 190. Top score was Xavier Traz, the extras, with 69.
69, Bruce. That's made our feats of the week, I'll tell you.
Let's go through those extras. This is just incredible. And no disrespect, it's what's on the scorecard. 17 no balls, 36 wides, 11 byes, and 5 leg byes. But look, let's not get too nasty. Look, they are out there having a go, but look, that is just a surprising figure, 69. I would say they've probably got some young lads having a first game or never bowled before. We've all got to start somewhere, but that is a remarkable record, isn't it, of 69 extras. Well, let's go to the batting off the willow. The top score was Jack Gilgan with 35 on that 8 for 190, the best of the bowlers. For Paponda, it was shared around 2 wickets apiece to Thompson, Sparks, Leadham and Sleed. So in reply, Paponda in reply fared a lot better than last week. Remember last week they were bowled out for 16. This week 59. So much improved performance. And the top score there was McHugh's with 13 and 11 to young Huxtable. The best of the bowlers, well, they were sharing the wickets all around here. It was Smith, 3 for 9, taking the top honours there in the A2 match of Imperials, who defeated Paponda pretty comfortably.
They did, Bruce. My Paponda boys, I won't hear a bad word said about them. Good luck to them. I'm barracking hard for them. Hopefully we can find a win for them by the end of the year. But let's have a look now, Brucey, at what's going on in the ladder situation. We're a few games in, so worth checking out the A-grade ladder to start with, and it is Mypolonga and Madam leading the charge.
Oh, look, we predicted this at the start of the year, didn't we? And let's have a close look. Both locked together on 50 match points, and I think that's probably how it will finish. Mypo on top, Madam second. Monardo with that loss, stay on 30. Wanderers I'm not sure these have all been actually gone right through here, Jason. So the ladder isn't actually...
the Monarto Wanderers game hasn't been added to the ladder just yet, Bruce. So I can tell you that Wanderers have moved into the top 4. So they're on 20 points now. Monarto's still on 30. Tail and Bend drop out. They're still on 20 points. And Jervois at the foot of the table with just the 10 points, Bruce.
Yeah, it just hasn't been recalculated. But, thanks for that correction. Flying a little bit blind there, getting into this interview. But, as we said, my opponent, Madam, certainly the benchmark in the Murray Towns A grade.
That's right. In the A2 competition, Meningie, Bruce has mentioned them already. They are top of the pops there and flying. 5 wins, 5 from 5 games, 50 premiership points at the top of the tree. Of course, Karoonda, they've only played the 4 matches. They've had 3 wins for 30 points. Murray Bridge Imperials played 4 games and have 2 wins for 20 points. And then we've got Ramblers and Paponda, who are, Ramblers have got 6 premiership points. And I don't know, Bruce, how exactly you go about getting 6 premiership points. There's an adjustment there, and that's all I know at this point. So they must have had a win. They have had a win and lost some premiership points for an indiscretion of some sort, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I haven't looked into that and haven't had any notifications about it, but looks very similar to what you've just said with the A against it, meaning an adjustment. So, but looking at that, I'm very excited to announce that this weekend, our live stream in Murray Towns Cricket, we will be doing the top of the table clash, Jason. And you've heard that first on Flow FM in the A2 grade. And it will be Meningie taking on Karoonda. And I think that match is actually at Karoonda. So Karoonda v Meningie, this promises to be a beauty. So the Meningie boys going very well, and Zach Ballard is the driving force out there at Karoonda. So that should be a top match. That'll be live stream on Saturday next week, and that should be a beauty between Karoonda and Meningie. So get on Murrayland Football and Netball Sporting Results and tune in.
Make sure you do. Let's have a look at those matches that will be played this weekend. We'll start with the A-grade matches, and then we'll get to those A2 games, as Bruce has just mentioned. That top of the table clash will be a beauty. So we've got Monarto taking on Mannum. Monarto at home, Homburg Oval, and they'll want to bounce back after a pretty poor showing against Wanderers.
Oh, they certainly will, and it's going to be hard. Look, these 2 young lads, Muirhead and Linda, they are the driving force out there at the out Cooker Park. And they come away. They've had a couple of home games, Mannum. So they're on the road to Murray Bridge at Homburg Oval. Small ground. Monarto should have a couple of players back in. They should have probably Jared Lean at return. So that will really strengthen them. They just haven't been able to get Brad Lean at his brother on the park. They'll probably have another player come back into the lineup. At home, Monarto, they'll take it up to Mannum, but I think Mannum will be too strong. They just look too much depth in this side with Dwayne Crowley down the order, not even getting a bat Saturday. So they really are a strong unit, Mannum, and they should beat Monarto.
Yeah. All right. Jervois taking on Tailem Bend. It's the clash between the two sides, not in the 4. Tailem will be looking to reclaim their spot inside the top 4 with a win over the bottom place Jervois, who just need to get a couple of players back, Bruce.
Yeah, well, they had about 2 or 3 out. I think about 3 out Saturday, so they'll look forward to Russell Jarvis coming back into that lineup. He is really good in the field, so... and he's usually pretty handy for 20 with the bat, so he'll be a good inclusion for them. And their opening bowler didn't play Saturday, so that will also strengthen them up in Jared Walschlager. I give Jervois a silly chance here. The Battle of the Ferries, Tailem Bend, a crucial game for them. If they don't win this one, it could be very, very hard to make the finals. So... these sort of games you've got to win, and it's not just going to be handed to them. Jervois, I'll look to Daniel Gilmore to get the driving force out on the opening the batting. So if he can make a good up there 50 to 80 score, Jervois are in with a good chance. Tailem Bend will need Paul Baxter back, or I'll probably go for Jervois. So that's a big call. No Baxter, no Tailem, I'll go for Jervois. If Baxter plays, I'll go for Tailem.
Fair enough. All right. I like it.
Hey?
I like it. Hey, last match in the A grade. No A grade matches in Murray Bridge this weekend because the last match will be played at Maipo, and it's between Maipolonga, of course, and Wanderers. And all of a sudden, this has got a bit of extra spice to it after Wanderers' performance on the weekend.
Well, it certainly has, and Wanderers with a couple of players that could be back into that side. So, look, they are a silly chance, but look, they would have to do something similar to Saturday. They've got to bat first. If they don't bat first, well, it's probably curtains for them. But, geez, if Wanderers can bat first and guys like Ryan Morris and Ben Gilgan and Craig Fitch can get the job done for them, get a score up there around 180, 200, they certainly could put some pressure on Maipo. But, look, waking up from that sleep, not having a dream, it will be Maipolonga. They just have the depth. Zrim, Marston, Wrigley. It's just a really great side. I couldn't go past Maipo here, mate. Maipo to beat Wanderers.
All right. A2 grade. Thankfully, my Paponda crew won't have a loss this week. They've got the bye. So they're having a spell, put their feet up. And if you're looking for a hit and you can seriously go around and have a go, I think they've played the last 2 games with 10 players. Get out for Paponda. Bruce, we might have to put the whites on for a week for him, I reckon.
Well, you're going to struggle to get me out of that commentary box.
Well, if you organise to call a game, one of their games in A2 this year, and I'll put the whites on. How's that?
Oh, dear. Well, that is certainly saying something.
I might need to pull down a sight screen and wrap it around me, but I'll have a go.
I might have to. I know we might have to work something out. If it's an early finish, we might have to sit there and play the sponsors' ads. But look, that would be certainly something to see. We'll have to see what we can do. But we'll be out there doing the what game are we doing it? We're doing the Ramblers. The Karoona versus Meningie match. You got me looking at the wrong week now. Excited. The Karoona Meningie match, and look, this should be a ripper, as I said before. And it's great that we can go out and promote the A2 comp. And this should be a ripper. Karoona and Meningie at Karoona. And I think in this one, I'll probably just give the home side a bit of a edge here. I'll go for Karoona to beat Meningie with Zach Ballard leading the way. The other match in the A2s is the Ramblers Cricket Club up against the Murray Bridge Imperials. So this will be the old grudge match between the two Bridge sides. Look, picking a winner here. Murray Bridge Imperials probably just in a little bit better form, and they should get the job done over Ramblers in the A2. But look, that could be a very interesting come 5:30, 6 o'clock on Saturday night. You may well see it go the other way. But Imperials just a little bit hot and cold, so let's hope they're not. And it's a good game in Murray Bridge at Ramblers. So between the two Murray Bridge sides, big grudge game, that one there, mate.
Yep, spot on. So no A grade or A2 matches this week in Murray Towns cricket in Murray Bridge. The B grade and C grade boys, of course, will be playing there at either the Showgrounds or Johnston Park. But Bruce, it's going to be another fascinating round in Murray Towns cricket. Looking forward to your coverage on MFL TV Live, and great to have you again as part of the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, mate.
Thanks, mate. Love giving something back to cricket. We certainly look forward to another big weekend. Next weekend, we've got another double header, Jason. So Friday night, we have a belter. We're doing the big 2020 clash. Now, we talk about the Derby. Well, none bigger than at Langhorns Creek next weekend in the 2020 Alexander and Eastern Hills. They're taking on Strathalbyn. This should be an absolute ripper. Two of the best sides going around in Alexander and Eastern Hills cricket. 2020, it'll be game on down there at Hawke Park. And, well, they don't call them Hawke Park. They call them the Tigers in the cricket. But it should be a ripper. So tune in there from 7 p.m. on Friday night for a big double header for the Murrayland team. And then Saturday, we've got the big game out at Karoona. So great to be able to give something back to cricket. I'm not sure you're going to get me out of that commentary box to play with you for Paponda. But we might just see if we can organise maybe a Paponda Ramblers game or something and get the whites on you there, Jason. Should be pretty interesting.
Well, get those Paponderosans to give me a call, Bruce. I'm on board. Good luck and enjoy. We'll catch you next week.
We'll see you next week, buddy.